Hello, everybody, wherever you may be. My name's Larry. My call sign's Kilo 7 Hotel November. Welcome to Mississippi. Yep, we made it. This is Ham Radio Live, show number 91 live from South Haven, Mississippi. Nice to see you. Good morning, everybody. Today is Tuesday, December the 8th, 2020. Live here from the hotel we're staying at, and it's early. It's 4:59 a.m. here, so I'm looking at the clock. Just can't sleep. One of those things. It happens. It happens. Anyway, I'd like to invite you to hit the subscribe button as well as the bell icon. The subscribe button helps people find us in YouTube algorithm just so they can find out about ham radio and hopefully pick it up as a hobby for life. My promise to you, you're not going to see any ads here on this channel, okay? Welcome to the show. Did the show earlier last night. My poor wife, she was so tired. She kept yawning in the background. So I'm like, oh no, I'm that boring. Anyway, my point is, I just recut it. Just want to let you know we're just recutting that show. Had a great time at Graceland yesterday for my brother. It's a bucket list trip for him, and it was really special to see all the exhibits, the gold records. I gotta tell you, I shared some pictures with you. Hopefully tomorrow. It was unbelievable. It truly was. So. Alan, hey there. Alpha Bravo 8 Alpha Sierra. Good morning to you. It is early. Yeah, couldn't sleep. So, yeah, one of those things. Just couldn't rest. Had a hard time. The beds here are a little bit hard, and mattress beds can be that way in hotels. Anyway, I want to let you know quick a couple of things. We're going to be live from K5 MFJ, broadcasting live with some juice, about 1,200 watts of power, with their antennas at the factory, the main plant there at MFJ in Starkville, Mississippi. That's going to be tomorrow, and that's going to begin at 2 p.m. Central Time. Convert that over, it's going to be 20 UTC, okay? So 20 UTC. We'll be live from Starkville and having a great time. Looking forward to that. Also, the show before that was the one that I really hope you watch. Me being on the air would be fun because I want to make a QSO with you, but more important, I'd love to help you. So your questions can be answered by some great people at MFJ. And I know we had Jim McCusker on last night during the show that had to be cut just because of my wife didn't realize that y'all could hear her. So she was like, I'm so sorry. Anyway, my point is, we'll be doing a special show starting at 1600 UTC tomorrow. That's December the 9th, just to get your questions answered on MFJ products. Cushcraft, High Green, MFJ, Vectronics, all of those big brands, right? If you want an Americatron amplifier, whether it be a tuned amp like the 811H, or maybe you want to go up and get the ALS 1306. There are questions there. If you've got them, they'll be happy to answer them. And Jim, I promise, I'm going to ask you a question too. Jim had a question, and we'll be getting to that question about product quality and just about stuff like that. But I can tell you that I do know MFJ, and before doing any videos from MFJ, and I don't do just videos from MFJ, you've seen me do Chameleon and Heil Sound and Yaesu and all that stuff I do for anybody. I can tell you that the one thing that stands out about MFJ, let me tell you two. The best person I've ever dealt with, there's two in ham radio that I've worked with for the channel. One of them is Richard Stubbs at MFJ. He just cares. I mean, if there's something wrong with your product, if you have an issue, could be anything, cold solder joints, missing parts, could be a broken piece of fiberglass, whatever. Richard's really good at taking care of those things. So I know that if you get a hold of him or one of the folks over at MFJ, they want to make everything right because they want you to be happy and be successful in ham radio. They truly do. And that's, when it comes from a heart, like they have, they mean it. So again, we'll talk a little about that tomorrow. I did want to talk to you a little bit about show number 90. Talked a little about microphones. Remember we talked all those mics? Remember, some of those microphones will require some sort of power source, like a preamplifier. Okay, you'll need a preamp for some, like the Electro Voice RE320 that takes phantom power, or it could take a 45 volt amp preamp connection to it. The reason for that is because you need to have some power going to the microphone in order for it to work properly with your rig. It's not just plug and play into your rig and there you go. You will need a little bit of help. So please follow the manufacturer's instructions on that and you'll be just set, all right? I want to talk to you briefly about something, okay? I bought this for this trip, but I found it to be the best piece of gear I bought, period. Whether it be the radio, the antenna, the tuner, anything. I purchased this actually at Best Buy. I'll be honest with you. This is, if you want a great go pack, okay? For example, Chameleon sells a really good canvas backpack, right, for their MPOS 2.0 loop. It's really good. Now, the only problem with the Chameleon MPOS loop backpack is that the whip, the mill whip, extends outside the backpack. Now, if you're going to be traveling on an airplane or something like that, you're going to have a hard time. You have to wrap everything down with some sort of maybe a strap or I don't know, you have to do something to keep those mill whips in that backpack because they're sticking out about 5-6 inches. So you want to make sure and protect them. Many air carriers won't even accept it if you don't have it securely fastened down because it could fall off, they lose the part, and you're screaming because your antenna doesn't work, right? So our workaround was to put it into a bigger backpack, a bigger carry-on, to be able to use that and let those longer extensions that are used for the base of the Chameleon 2.0 to put them into the backpack. Let them sit like they normally would when we go on the go, but put them in a carry-on type gag so that there was enough room for those long mill whip extension pieces. That's how we worked around it. But the best purchase I made, and I mean, we were blessed to make some good purchases, was this. And this is something you buy at like any local Best Buy store. It's made in Switzerland. It's by a company called Wenger, okay? Wenger has a bunch of selections of different various backpack designs you can make. Here's what this is holding, and this is just a part of it. The laptop that we're using the show with today, all right? That's part of it. It's also holding a whole bunch of stuff. In fact, every one of these has a purpose, and we used it for ham radio. Let me give you a good overview of it real quick here. And some of it's been taken out, just so you know, okay? You have those blocks to charge your stuff, right? You can fit tons of them in here. Here's a charging cable for a USB-C, but tons of room inside here. And it just goes on and on. The actual backpack holds right here, so if you want to work FT8, right? You want to have some digital modes, slip it right in there. It's really, really well protected. It's a well protected unit. If you go to the front here, this will surprise you. I have a bunch of stuff, my power supply, and I also have my tuner, my auto tuner in here. And so I've got my laptop, my auto tuner, my power supply, all my wires. I've got coax. It's all here. Here's my LDG 200 watt auto tuner. Okay, so there's that one, upside down. I'm sorry, upside down, but there it is. There's my 200 watt auto tuner. And here's my Simplex power supply. Comes right with, so the 7300 to come with it. And then I've got my LMR 400. I have a Bose little Bluetooth, and I have a whole bunch of other stuff here that connects to it too, including my camera cables, my camera interface. Everything is right here, and you just carry it with you. It's simple. It'll hold all your stuff for on the go. If you do QRP, if your island's on the air, SOTA, maybe you're doing some parks on the air stuff, you need a good backpack. This is the Wenger, it's just called the Wenger, and I don't have a model number for you, but I'll get it. But this is a fantastic backpack. It's well insulated. It'll hold your laptop, your power supply, your tuner. It will hold, if you got a small Zygu, it'll hold that. It just holds everything, all right? And then you just carry the Chameleon MPOS with you as well. Easy go pack, right? I don't get anything for saying about this, but it's an idea to help you. So if you like to work remote, this is a fantastic device. Again, made by a company from Switzerland called Wenger, right? Pretty simple product, but man, it's probably the best thing I purchased. And of all the things I purchased recently with the radios and with the power supply, it's just really been handy. The other thing I was going to tell you is the 5000 that we got that came in. Again, thanks to Brad and Misty from Indiana. They were phenomenal. I mean, the 5000 came, it's pristine. I mean, it's just like, you couldn't tell the difference between a brand new one and this one. The SM5000's there, all the mics are there. They're just so good. I'll be able to help my church with the mics. I'll be able to keep a few mics, and we'll do some shows. And what we're going to do when I get back to Oregon is we're going to do a show with the processing, but I'm going to run it off of the equalizer. The equalizer will be flat. So just a preamp, that's it, and a compressor. Those two items, right? Those are things you'll have on your ham radio. You'll have your equalizer, you'll have it as a parametric typically, but we'll run it without the EQ so it's flat, just so you can hear the difference in how each one of those microphones sound. Yeah, give you an idea. Plus, we'll be doing an awful lot of product reviews, a ton of them. So please join us. But again, mark your calendars. Tomorrow's the day. That's December the 9th, live from MFJ. That's at 1600 UTC, followed by 4 hours later at 20 hours UTC, live from K5 MFJ. We'll be running camera on the IC7300. We'll be showing the folks there as we work the station, and you'll see what frequency are we on. We want to thank Ray Novak from ICOM. He's the second guy in ham radio that I found to be one of the best people there is. Don't take my word for it. Talk to other people. Jim Heath, W6LG, he does ham radio basics here on YouTube. Talk to AB5N. That would be a very dear friend of mine in Arkansas who I love to pieces. If you've ever heard his stuff, you would be blown away. And of course, that gentleman is, my mind is on 3 hours of sleep, so bear with me here. Bob Nagy. Bob Nagy, AB5N, does great product reviews on YouTube. Bob also thinks the world of Ray. The whole ham radio community loves Ray Novak from ICOM because he gets it, he takes care of his customers, he answers your questions, and he's a good man. So those two guys are my favorites, they really are. So we're gonna run the 7300, hopefully from the next hotel where we have a room we can get coax out of, or an outside plug, and then we'll be able to put up the chameleon. We'll make some calls. So please do that. Join us for that. That'll be hopefully later today, I think, and then tomorrow, MFJ, the first show at 1600 UTC. Ask your questions about everything high gain, everything Ameritron, Cushcraft, Vectronics, MFJ, whatever. They'll be answering your questions tomorrow. Then 4 hours later at 20 UTC, we'll be live on K5 MFJ, around about 1,000, maybe a kilowatt to 1,200 watts out on the 40 meter band, most likely. I'll have it, the camera on so you'll know what frequency we're on, and we'll hopefully make a call with you. That would be great. Scott, good morning. Thank you so much. That's a compliment. Thank you, Scott. Thanks very much. You know, I mean that. Just to have someone stop by and say that, that means a lot to me. Thank you, Scott. I mean that. Yesterday, I'll be honest, this trip for my brother, he has cancer. He has a bad form of cancer. He's, by the grace of God, been alive throughout this whole ordeal. They gave him a 40% chance to live back in 2011. And he's fought and fought and fought. He's still alive. Well, he's between what they call a PET scan. That's when they determine if your cancer's returned and how bad it is. He's been through so many of those and so many chemo treatments. I don't remember the last number. I think it's 8 or 9 chemo treatments. But he's still alive. And between PET scans now, I just wanted to get him something so special. And we asked him what it was. And for him, it was Graceland. So yesterday we spent the day in Nashville to see Elvis's Graceland. Today we're going to go down to his boyhood home in Tupelo, Mississippi. They call it a shotgun house. And the reason why, they say you can take a shotgun, shoot it in the front door, not hit anything, and it'll go out the back door. I don't think I'll try that one. Anyway, we'll look forward to seeing you later on. But I did want to tell you thank you. Sorry it's been so long to get on with you folks here. We just couldn't find a way to be able to work the station remotely here at this hotel because our windows in our hotel room don't open up, okay? So, sorry about that. We'll look forward to catching up with you from MFJ here tomorrow and do a show, hopefully tonight, on the IC7300 and the Chameleon MPass 2.0. Until then, thanks a lot for watching. Ham Radio Live exists to help people who'd like to be in ham radio. It's the greatest hobby in the world. It's the most amazing thing you can do with your life because you can meet the most wonderful friends just like you. Until then, take care and watch. Thank care for everything. Thank you for watching the channel, and we'll look forward to seeing you hopefully later on today from another part of Mississippi. Until then, thank you so much. Alan says it best, 73. And until next time, from K7HN Portable 5. We'll see you again. Bye, everybody.